Here we gather again, warriors, not to learn how to attack, but to learn how to become untouchable. Machiavelli once wrote that a prince must be both a lion and a fox, but there is a third animal most men forget. The animal that survives by becoming invisible in plain sight. In the modern world, you're not fighting swords. You are fighting predators of the mind, narcissists, manipulators, people who feed on your chaos. Most men make a fatal mistake when they are attacked emotionally. They scream, they defend, they explain. They try to win the argument, and in doing so, they lose the war, because a narcissist doesn't want your logic. They want your reaction. Your anger is their fuel. Your tears are their trophy. Tonight, we reveal the darkest weapon in a man's psychological arsenal, a technique that turns you into a fortress. In psychology, they call it the gray rock. In the world of power, we call it strategic non-existence. If you have someone in your life who constantly drains you, if you feel like you're being baited into drama you didn't ask for, listen closely, because today we stop playing their game and we start winning by refusing to move. 1. Understand the predator's hunger. The first Machiavellian truth is this: an enemy cannot strike what they cannot find. A narcissist is a hunter of supply. They need you to be loud. They need you to be emotional. Whether you love them or hate them, as long as you are reacting, they are in control. Most men think that staying silent makes them look weak. They think, I need to stand up for myself. But Machiavelli knew that true power is not found in the noise. It is found in the result. When you react, you give them a roadmap to your soul. You show them exactly which button to press next. To defeat a manipulator, you must first starve them. You must become a void. 2. The art of the gray rock. Why is it called a gray rock? Because when you walk past a gray rock on the ground, you don't notice it. It has no color. It has no movement. It has no value. This is how you must appear to those who seek to manipulate you. When they insult you, you give a one-word answer. Okay. When they try to trigger your past, you give a neutral face. I see. When they demand an explanation for your life, you give them nothing but boredom. Maybe. The society teaches us to be authentic and vocal. Machiavelli would call that a trap. Authenticity is for your brothers. Silence is for your enemies. By becoming boring, you become useless to them. A narcissist cannot feed on a man who offers no flavor. 3. The power of a selective presence. Machiavelli argued that a leader must control how much of himself is seen. The gray rock method is not about ignoring someone. It's about withdrawing your energy. You are physically there, but mentally, you are miles away. You don't make eye contact for too long. You don't share your wins. You don't share your losses. You become a closed book in a language they cannot read. To a toxic person, your boredom is more terrifying than your anger. Anger means you still care. Boredom means they have lost their power over you. 4. The extinction burst, the storm before the calm. But beware, warriors. There is a phase most men are not prepared for. When a predator realizes their prey is no longer responding, they do not simply walk away at first. They panic. Machiavelli knew that a wounded enemy strikes hardest right before they retreat. In psychology, this is the extinction burst. The narcissist will double their efforts. They will scream louder. They will create bigger lies. They will try to find the one nerve you have left to strike. They are testing the foundation of your fortress. If you crack now, you prove that your silence was just a temporary mask. But if you hold, if you remain as cold as the stone you have become, their energy will eventually shatter against you. This is the ultimate test of your will. 5. Why this works on the modern mind today. Everyone is fighting for attention. By refusing to give yours, you create a psychological vacuum. The manipulator thrives on engagement. Without it, they have no purpose. This is the test of the warrior. If you crack, they win forever. If you remain as cold and still as a stone, they will eventually panic. They will realize that their magic doesn't work on you. And like any parasite that cannot find blood, they will detach and look for a weaker host. 6. Strategic discernment, the lion and the fox. However, a true practitioner of power knows when to switch masks. The gray rock is the weapon of the fox. It is for psychological defense. But Machiavelli warned that if a threat becomes physical or legally dangerous, the fox is not enough. You must become the lion. Do not use the gray rock to hide from situations that require direct action. Use it to neutralize the emotional vampires. Use it to protect your peace. But always keep your eyes open. A warrior never confuses being boring with being blind. Know your enemy and know which tool to pull from your belt. The final lesson: mastery of self. The gray rock is not a trick you play on others. It is a discipline you practice on yourself. It requires a man who can watch his own reputation be attacked and not flinch. It requires a man who values his peace more than his ego. Machiavelli didn't want you to be the loudest person in the room. He wanted you to be the one who survived to tell the story. So warriors, the next time someone tries to pull you into their storm, remember the rock. Be uninteresting, be unresponsive, be unreachable. Let them scream at the mountain. The mountain does not scream back. It simply stays. And that is how you win.